Hello, I'm Jed, and I am here to walk you through how to set up an email automation using ClickUp and the specialty ClickUp. So we're going to go through that real quick. First, who am I? I'm Jed. I run Hydrant. Our project managers put out the fires so your team can execute with ease. I've been a project for over 15 years, and I love using ClickUp. It's such a great tool. So let's dive into it. All right, first thing we got to do is we got to set up the Click app. So if you don't know how to do this, I'm going to go back to the workspace. And what I'm going to do first is click here. We have a business account. We're going to go to apps, app center. And then I'm going to hit communication. And then normally, for whatever reason, email is not part of communication. So we're going to go to email. And then we're going to click here. And we're going to configure this. So we already have it on. So if you go here in your workspace, you could also see it here. It's under email integration. So I'll show you how to get there really quick. But if you go here and you go to settings, as this left pane here, and you can go to email integration, make sure it's on, and make sure it's on the spaces you want. And then you can set up the different email accounts. So I'm on here, Sean's on here. I can send from this account, and then you can further customize from here. So you can even set up signatures, templates. Anyway, so that's kind of the first step. So next, once you have that going, question is like, how are we going to use this? And let's go to my little templates folder. And let's go into this past project. We talked about this in another video for kind of a site plan around pre-construction, or a project plan for a pre-construction real estate development. That's what I was trying to say. So the question here is like, how do you want to use email? Now keep in mind, ClickUp already has all these notifications built in. And a lot of people are just like, so many notifications. You can always go into notification settings and you can kind of like configure, how you want it to be. And a lot of people find the email notifications really overwhelming, which I understand. If you don't have it set up to where you're really only getting notifications on where, I like it. It's like if you get assigned a task, like I kind of want to know over email. But the thing is, individuals can set their own notifications and I can't override them. At least I don't think. Could be wrong. Feel free to correct me. And sometimes you want to send an email like regardless. And so you have to think about like what makes sense there. But here's an idea, which I'm going to collapse all of these. And I'm going to add a tag. And let's see if I can get this going. Let's say on master planning and conceptual design, I'm going to add a tag that says milestone. And there's a lot of different ways you can use like create milestones or whatever. Like you can actually go here and set it as a milestone. You can kind of change your task types. That's a cool new feature of ClickUp. But I'm going to do it as a tag, and I'm going to show you why, because I'm going to set it up to where this is due on the 18th. This is a big milestone. And I'm going to set up an automation where when this task, which has the tag, is set, how do I do this? Is any of milestone. Okay, there we go. So now when a task, and I don't want task created, I actually want due date arrives. So I messed that up, but I'm going to have it where tasks and the due date arrives, tag is any of milestone. Then I'm going to have an email. Yes, I want to continue. And it brings up this other dialog. This is the email integration of ClickUp. And I showed you before, we had my account and Sean's account set up. So I'm going to have it here, select. And it's going to go to an email address. And maybe this is, maybe I have a few email addresses here. But I'm going to send this to Sean. I'll send it to Allie. Sean's going to be like, what is this? Allie will get it. Sean's too busy doing work. Okay, so, and then I'm going to CC myself because I want to see what it looks like and I want to see when it goes out. And the subject line, I'm going to say, due today, in all caps, task name. Love that. And then I can actually create a body here. Maybe I'll do like task name, task description, and there's, I can put in all these other things like due date, and you can like write out a full email, which is kind of cool. So I like this because it's hey, this is a big deal. I want to override any existing notification setups or settings that some individual might have, or maybe there's a client attached to this, and I want this to go to the client. So if I had client at clientemail.com, and then maybe I'd CC my account manager. And then when that due date shows up, it hits send. So that's kind of one way to use it. Another way to use it might be related to a list. So I'm going to just cancel this and start fresh. And what I'm going to do is set up an automation. When tasks are status changes and something gets to done, so, from active or not started. In fact, maybe, let's see, I kind of want to clear this now. I'm gonna start fresh again. What I want to do is I want to let a client know. So you could use this for construction, you could use this for a marketing agency, whatever it is. What I want to do is every time a task gets done, I want to send an email to the client. Okay, so they get it in their inbox. They're gonna love that. So what I'm gonna do is task or subtask created. I don't want that. What I want is status changes from any status. So that could be you're not started, you're active, whatever, goes to done. Then I'm going to email. And also, I'm going to point this out. If you have Twilio set up and you want to send text messages, you can do it that way too. So that you can set up a webhook. Like you can go deep in this. I want to call that out, but I think right now we're talking about email. So I'm just going to set up an email. Select. Oops, I didn't set done there. So when any task status changes to done, I'm going to send to client at clientemail.com. And I'm going to CC the account manager at account.com. And maybe I BCC some other folks, right? I'm going to say completed task name. Love that. I could add in body, signature, etc. Whatever I want in there. Maybe I have more information like task description. So that's kind of cool. I can set this up. So I'm actually curious what this looks like. I'm going to see if I can test it live. Sometimes automations run on a little delay, which if you've used Zapier, if you used Make, if you use any kind of automation software, sometimes it has a delay, right? Because it's not, that's a separate conversation. But I'm going to put in my email and I'm going to CC Allie because I think she'll appreciate this. Hydrant.us. And you know what? Oops. I'm going to actually add in Sean too, because I don't want to leave him out. And we always are constantly sharing use cases. Task. And I'm going to say task completed. Cool. This is a test. Okay, create. So when any task gets done, it's going to send an email. So let's see. Okay, site analysis and due diligence. I'm calling it done. Cool. Now let's see if something pops up. Oh, we ran into a snag. We've got to reauthorize my email. Oh, we were so close. Let me hit pause. Okay, I went in and deleted my account and then relinked it. So I'm gonna hit done. Hopefully it is working again. I'm just gonna put in my name here. Now this is what it's gonna show up as. Hit save. I assume that saved. And then we're gonna go back to workspace. Okay, let's go down to pre-construction, 101 Samson. And this is that error message again. So I'm going to move this to on hold. Then I'm going to try it again. Yes, change it on. And let's see what happens. Okay, so it took a little finagling. When the integration broke, I had to go back into automations and it was listed as inactive. So I turned it on again and marked this complete, and voila, task completed, entitlements and approvals. So that's kind of cool. Just it's a nice little way to let clients know, or you can set this up a whole variety of ways. And hopefully this has been useful for you. And as you set up these kinds of automations, as you figure out your individual use case, email is just a great, especially like corporate clients, bigger clients, or any obviously I said before you could set up a Twilio with text messages. So the goal here is, hey, transparency leads to met expectations or exceeded expectations. So I really like having these kinds of auto emails set up in different kind of scenarios. Again, super great having you here. Thanks for watching. And again, I'm Jed. I live, eat, sleep, and breathe project management. Hit me up. I'd love to hear from you and any other questions you might have around ClickUp. Thanks so much. Bye.